Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson, and yes, I'm back doing the videos. How exciting. I've had quite a bit of a break, but I was guided to start again the readings at the end of the year, and it's close to the end of the year, so here we go. So the only difference is going to be that it's going to be now monthly readings, so I'm only going to do one a month. Maybe I'll do a few extra ones in between, but basically we're just changing from weekly to monthly. So this first one, back from the break, is for the month of November 2018. Now I believe you'll come across my videos through the law of attraction, meaning you'll need the healing and whatever is contained in the videos at the time that you'll find it. Basically, for the regular viewers, it's for the month of November 2018, but I have found that it's quite possible that you might come across this video at another time because I'll be leaving them up on YouTube for quite a few years, and when you come across it, it will be for you at that time. I've also found it quite interesting to go back and re-watch some of the weekly ones that I had done over the past, and I find sometimes I feel like going back and watching one of them, and I also take myself through the healing that was actually on that video. So you might find that that happens for you as well. So basically it's for November 2018, but I do find that the healing that is provided in the videos can be for whenever you actually come across the video. Sometimes you're intuitively guided to go back and watch one of them because you need that particular healing from that week or month in the past. But anyway, let's get started. So exciting to be back. So excited to be back. I hope you've enjoyed the past ones because here we go again. Now, what I'm finding is a lot of the healings that I'm doing are quite powerful, in fact, very powerful. And in the way that I mean that is that a lot of energy is coming through and is provided to us from the spirit world, from the universe, to help shift us to another level. So we're getting a lot of help, and I feel the energy's actually increased, even increased since I stopped doing the videos and now starting to do them again. I feel that the energy may be even stronger from when we did them before, but you'll get what you need out of it. Don't get too overwhelmed thinking you have to take on a big energy or have to take on too much, because you may get overwhelmed. So just take on the amount that you need, and the energy will be provided to you through these videos, and it's just up to you to take whatever you need from them. And but I'm feeling a massive shift, quite a big shift since I was doing the videos last time. So, and next year I feel the energy will go up again. So there's a lot of help and a lot of energy coming through these videos. So I often just say, is it my free will? Is it for my highest good to do this video, to proceed with this healing at this time? Is it for my highest good? Is it for my highest good at a soul level? And that can often help you to work out if this is meant for you or not. But often if you've watched this far, then it's meant for you through the law of attraction, meaning you attract into your life what you need at a particular time. So great to be back. Hello to all my regular viewers, and welcome to the new people that may not have come across me before. What I do for each of the videos is receive some guidance, just a little bit of guidance before I start filming, and then I switch on the camera and off I go, and it all sort of pieces together in the reading. So I call it a reading, but there is more of a healing that comes with it as well. So I don't think I'm going to choose a card this month. Sometimes I will choose a card. And just a reminder also to go back and watch the 2018 yearly video, which I did, actually did it in March, but it was for the whole year of 2018. It was a healing that it was given to me by my guides that we can work with through the whole year, and it was aligning with the goddess energy. So I do recommend you go back and do the 2018 yearly video just to keep you up to date with the energies of 2018. And then when we move into 2019, it will be a new energy, and I do feel it'll be a slightly higher vibration. So if you've done all the healing that you need in 2018, you'll be ready for the new higher vibrations of 2019. And of course, with that, it can bring up more stuff. It can bring up more of your issues because we're going to a higher level, and everything that's not working for you needs to go. And sometimes for some of us, a lot of stuff needs to go. So there may be a few shifts and changes that you need to make in your personal life. But if we're kind of keeping up with it, then it should be a nice flow to everything that will happen. Now, there's a bit more of a transition between 2018 to 2019 because the frequencies are increasing. So from my point of view, have a go at try and keep up as best as you can. By keeping up, I mean you're aligning with these energies as much as possible. You're letting go of any resistance to where the universe is taking you. You're listening to your intuition. You're receiving guidance. And you're letting go of those things that no longer serve you. And in that way, you'll be presented with much better, much greater, much higher level opportunities in your life. So it's very exciting. The only thing is, if you get a little bit stuck, it can feel like really bad because the universe is trying to point you in a direction and you're trying to go the other way, and you can feel kind of tired or run down. But if you're going with it, incredible and amazing things can happen. And hopefully that's going to happen for all of us. So very exciting things happening for 2019, but do keep up with the energies, and I do recommend you watch the my 2018 yearly video that we're working with the goddess energy, the energies of the goddesses. Anyway, let's get into this month. For the month of November, what I've actually been guided to talk about is the throat chakra. In particular, working with the throat chakra for this month, for November. Gosh, hasn't the year gone quickly? Time just seems to be flying by, and the years are flying by as well. I think that's part of the sign that the energies are speeding up too, so things are happening quicker. We're able to manifest quicker. We don't have to sort of wait for things to happen as long as we used to, because we're living in a higher vibration now, and it's going to increase again next year. But anyway, back to the healing. The throat chakra, what I'm actually going to do is a healing and a self-empowerment of the throat chakra. So, you know, if you're ever been fearful about speaking out, fearful about telling the truth, even fearful about talking to yourself or admitting something to yourself, we're going to do a little clearing on the throat chakra and to accept some self-empowerment in the throat chakra. Now, I know this can be done for, there goes my phone, but anyway, I'm going to just continue with the video. We're going to accept some self-empowerment in the throat chakra. So I've just been a little bit put off there by the phone. Let me just wait for that to stop ringing, and then I'm going to continue with the video. There we go, it's stopped now. So a little bit of empowerment in the throat chakra. So it's my free will and choice to release all blocks in the throat chakra. It's my free will and choice to release all blocks in the throat chakra. That's going to be our first step. And as I said before, you could have blocks in other chakras. You could have some things to do with self-empowerment in the other chakras, but I've been particularly guided to work with the throat chakra for this month, and so that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I get asked, can't we do some healing on the other chakra? Yes, you can, but for my videos, I've been guided to work with one particular chakra at certain times, and for this month, it seems as though we need some work and help with our throat, communication, and self-empowerment with our communication. So the first step is just to say to yourself, I'm going to do it with you, just repeat some of the things that I say, but as you listen to it, it'll be done for you as well. So the first step is, it's my free will and choice to release any blocks in the throat chakra, and I release them to the light, I say. You can say release to God if you like, God and the angels, or you can say it's my free will and choice to release all blocks in my throat chakra to the light. And the throat is blue, and I'm wearing a blue shirt coincidentally. It's my free will and choice to release all blocks and restrictions in my throat chakra, and I release them to the light. You can ask your higher self to assist in releasing all blocks and restrictions in the throat chakra and release them to the light. Now that's our first step, quite simple, just giving permission for the higher self or guides to help you to release blocks and restrictions in your throat chakra. Then we can take a minute for that to clear. You can have a little break, go and have a drink of water if you like, and then come back, and I might actually grab a drink of water, and then we're going to come back with the next step. So the next step is to accept self-empowerment in the throat chakra. So you can pause now and come back and do this bit when you're ready, but I'm going to go straight into it now. So the first step, again, is my free will and choice to release blocks and restrictions in my throat chakra. Now the next part, as I just said, is to accept self-empowerment. I ask the guides and angels and higher self to align me with my self-empowerment in my throat chakra. I accept full empowerment. I accept self-empowerment of my throat chakra. So all the things of the throat chakra is communication to yourself, to others, speaking your truth, releasing fear. We actually have a little bit of fear of doing the next step. So apart from releasing your blocks in the throat, I'm just going to ask that we release any fears generally of accepting the self-empowerment energy that's coming through. It's my free will and choice to accept, to release any fears of accepting the self-empowerment. My free will and choice to release any fears of accepting the self-empowerment. And when that, I can feel that shifting now. So the fear's gone of accepting the self-empowerment. Now we're ready. I ask my guides and angels to fully align me with self-empowerment of the throat chakra. And as I said before, you may be thinking, I need self-empowerment in every chakra, but I wasn't guided to do that. I was just guided to do it for the throat. So I'm going to stick to that for this month. And later down the track, we might be guided to do something for other chakras. So just let's work with the throat for this month. It's my free will and choice to accept full self-empowerment for the throat chakra. I ask my guides and angels and higher self to assist in helping me to accept full self-empowerment of the throat chakra. Now the energy of this self-empowerment, the self-empowerment energy that's coming to us in the throat chakra, is coming from an Ascended Masters. So I'm just going to see if I can work out the names of the Ascended Masters. I believe it's a group of Ascended Masters known as the Great White Brotherhood. I'm just getting the Great White Brotherhood in my awareness at the moment. So I know there is quite a few Ascended Masters in the Great White Brotherhood. So I might look that up and let you know who they are. I know Jesus is in it, but let's just say I accept the self-empowerment energy from the Great White Brotherhood. Free will and choice to accept the self-empowerment of the Great White Brotherhood. Self-empowerment in the throat chakra and the energy from the Great White Brotherhood. And I think that's about all we need to do. Do you know, I'm also hearing the Seraphim angels. Isn't that interesting? I haven't worked with the Seraphim angels for a long time. I'm just going to ask if our free will and choice also to accept healing from the Seraphim angels. I ask also, so we accept energies from the Great White Brotherhood, energies from the Seraphim angels, which is the highest level of angels. Free will and choice to accept healing from the Great White Brotherhood, healing from the Seraphim angels, and what was the last thing we needed to do? I ask my guides and angels to give me an awareness of my self-empowerment. So give you examples of how this energy is working for you or will work for you. So the third and I don't know how many steps, fourth step is to ask your guides and angels for an awareness of the self-empowerment energy. So you can be aware of how this energy has affected you, or aware of where it's taking you, or aware of what's needed, an awareness of this self-empowerment energy. It's my free will and choice now to accept an awareness of this self-empowerment energy. And that's all I think we need to do for this month. Isn't it interesting? So let's just quickly go over that again. So the first step was to clear blocks and restrictions in the throat chakra. Free will and choice to clear blocks and restrictions in the throat chakra. Then I sensed we need to actually clear a little bit of fear generally about the healing process and the self-empowerment. So the next step was that I asked the guides and angels to clear any fears that we may have. Then the next one is to say I accept self-empowerment in my throat chakra. Then the third step was, or fourth step, I've lost account of how many steps we're doing. The next step was to ask for the healing from the Great White Brotherhood, which is a high level of Ascended Masters. And I asked the Great White Brotherhood, and I accept the self-empowerment of the throat chakra from the Great White Brotherhood. And then we moved on to the Seraphim Angels. I accept self-empowerment from the Seraphim Angels for my throat chakra. I feel it going in now. And that was the healing part, but I also felt another bit to the process was I now ask for an awareness from my guides and higher self of where this energy is, an awareness of what this energy is doing, or where this energy is needed, or how this energy is helping me. Wow, quite a big healing, isn't it? And I feel that's all that we needed. Quite a big healing. Thank you, guides and angels. Thank you, Seraphim. Thank you, the Great White Brotherhood, the Ascended Masters of the Great White Brotherhood. Thank you to our higher self, guides and angels. And thank you for watching. I think that's all that's needed. You may want to repeat that one a few times, because we've got a month to do it in, and see what happens for you as well. And just take on the amount of energy that you need. If you watch it a second time and you feel, okay, I understand it now, I want to take on a bit more energy, the energy will come through for you when you need it. If you want to do just a smaller healing, then that's what will happen to you. But I would just leave it up to, just see what happens as you watch it and what feels right for you at the time. So they will know how much energy you need without you worrying that you have to regulate whether you're going to get a small bit or a bigger energy or a bigger healing. But the capacity and energy that is possible through that is quite enormous, much bigger than my previous videos. So just be aware that the energy that comes through could really shift a lot of things for you if you're ready. But don't become overwhelmed in the shift, because that usually generally means you've gone too far. It should feel beautiful and flowing and very powerful and facilitating a nice shift and change. As I said at the end, I do feel like you have to ask, it would be good to ask for an awareness of what this self-empowerment is doing, or an awareness of the energy and how it's working for you. That's going to help you to understand, and that's going to also promote a shift for you during the month of November. See, we're getting big, aren't we? The energies are getting big as we prepare for the change into 2019. So we'll be nice and ready because we've done our healing. So I think that's all we need to do. As I said, you can rewatch that. I'd love to hear any comments. Probably you wouldn't be able to comment till later after you've watched it, a few weeks after you've felt the energy, but I do appreciate any comments. Give my video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Now, if you're at all in the Wagga Wagga area, Wagga Wagga, New South Wales, Australia, I have got some workshops coming up. You have to go to my Light Frequency Healing page on Facebook, and the events section there has got my upcoming workshops. The next one coming up is on the 30th of October, just before this video is going to be released. The 30th of October is the Past Life Workshop in Wagga. Then followed by that on the 4th of November, we're doing a healing down at the Murrumbidgee River in Wagga. So I'd love you to join me for that if you're at all in the Wagga Wagga area. And then we've got more workshops coming up before the end of the year. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll leave the links to the Goddess video that I mentioned for 2018. I'll leave the link to my Light Frequency Healing Facebook page. Just relax after watching that. You may feel like you need a bit of grounding and go and touch a tree, walk outside if the weather's right. If it's not, just ask your higher self to align you with the center of the earth, or just ask the guides to align you with the earth. That's a good way to ground yourself. Just pat your nose and rub the top of your head also helps to ground yourself. Putting your feet in salt water, if it's all possible, also helps ground and align yourself. But I was told once to ask my higher self to align me with the center of the earth. And that's grounding, and that's finishing off the video. Lovely to spend this time with you. I'm so glad we're back doing the videos. What a big one to start off back with the monthly readings. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month in the December monthly video. Okay, lots of love and bye for now.